My development in ice climbing has been a real process. It's been constant challenges, setbacks, failures, but I think because climbing is never ending, you can always improve, and I love how deep the rabbit hole goes. My name is McArthur. We're here in Cranbrook, BC, Canada. I've always been into a lot of sports, but there's something about climbing in general that just took me away from everything else. It was the challenge, the mental state that it put me in. It pushes me further and harder than anything else that I've ever tried to do. I never would have expected it would have gone this far, but I always felt that there's something different about climbing that sort of drew me closer to that versus other sports. Life is really busy, but I guess it comes down to how bad you want something and what you put into that. I just try to balance everything in its own individual way, and I train 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I spend a lot of time in my backyard. As you can see, I built this dramatic structure called the Great Arch. I spend time back here because otherwise I have to leave more. And so my wife is really supportive of that so that I can be home more. I can hang with my kids, I can do my job, hang with my wife, and then still go out at nighttime and train, and I'm still at home. So building something like this was fully worth the effort, and I still get to progress in the sport. In recent years, competition climbing versus just climbing for fun has certainly become a real focus for me. I love the idea of it. I love competing, the challenges that it produces.
Well, Gord says I had him in a clinic 10 years ago or something. I think that's rad. It's neat to see him go from the level of an intro clinic, here's how to ice climb, here's how to swing an ice tool, here's how to kick your foot, to competing in these dry tooling comps and doing the World Cup. And yeah, I think that's, he's put his time in, he's gotten a lot better. And that's great to see somebody progress like that.
When you try so hard and train a lot and put a lot of effort, time and money and sacrifice into them, when you don't see results, it can be pretty discouraging. But then when you have a breakthrough, it's like that little glimmer of hope that you're on the right track. And so last year I had that little breakthrough. It just sort of tells me that things are starting to work. Finding new places and developing new climbs has always certainly been a big part of why I love climbing. There's so many things to climb out there, but when you find something and get to develop it yourself, it's kind of like your imprint in the climbing world. The Bull River, it's 45 minutes from my house, so I've spent a lot of time there, but only in recent years have I been in a place in my climbing that I've been able to understand and see what to do with certain lines. A couple years ago, the Matador was staring at me right in the face, but I didn't have the know-how of how to develop that. But a couple of years ago, I had a better understanding of what to do with that line, and it became like the most magical line of my climbing career.